All right, students, so what I want to do is I want to show you how you can reverse engineer and effectively measure all the points on the cell phone stand so you can draw them on Onshape. Now, one of the things that I've noticed is if you try to measure with the calipers on this part, you could do it, but it's a little bit more difficult because the Y and the X axis are hard to gauge. So what I'm going to do is show you a really cool trick on how you can easily figure out how to get all your measurements for each point so you can redraw the shape outline for your cell phone stand and Onshape. Now what I did is I took the cell phone stand down on this sheet of paper and I basically traced it onto the sheet of paper. Now you want to be careful, you don't want to trace around too far out, you want to be as precise as possible so that it looks exactly the way it does when you put it down on the sheet of paper, okay? Now, the really neat thing is you'll take your digital calipers or a ruler and you'll trace your X and your Y axis lines so you can easily measure. Now all you have to do to redraw this in Onshape is, first of all, we don't need to know this point because this point we know in Onshape is going to be 0, 0. This is our origin. This is where we're starting from when we go to draw the shape outline on your cell phone stand in Onshape. Now, the points you're looking for are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. And you want to find the X, where is it on the X, and where is it on the Y, so that you can easily go into Onshape and redraw this. Now, I'm only going to show you the first 3. I want you to be able to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your own. So watch what I do. I have a simple chart that I've drawn, and I kind of messed up here for number 1. It should be X up here, Y up here. I apologize about that. But I'll write down right here the number. So here we go. First step for number 1. To find the X, all I have to do is take the digital calipers and line up the jaws with the Y-axis line and kind of roll out until I get to that point that I've drawn. So you can see right here that probably right at 10 millimeters, it's safe to assume is the X coordinate. So I can come in here and say X is 10 millimeters. The Y, all you have to do is the opposite. Take the digital calipers, measure like this, go down to the X-axis until you get to the point. Let me turn it and make sure I got it right. Here we go. So safe to assume it is right at 23 millimeters. So all I have to do now is come in and write 23 millimeters for the Y. So now I have the Y. Now point 2, I do the same thing. I come out on the X, measure the X, and I get 21 millimeters. So all I have to do for the X is write 21 millimeters. And the Y, all I have to do is turn this, it should be the same. So it's going to be the same because it's a straight line, so you're going to put 23. It would be silly for me to measure it again because you can tell that this is a straight line, so the Y should be the same for the 2 points. So I put 23. Now, I think I'm good. Now what I'm going to do is show you how to take these numbers and then redraw them in Onshape.